Hello and welcome. Today I want to share with you these ab wheels. Now, back when the whole idea of rolling for abs came out, that's when I first got my six-pack. But these things are a step up and beyond what I started off with. This is really awesome because it not only lets you build your core, but it also helps you build upper body strength, your chest, your back, really dynamic movements that you can get involved with these ab wheels. So let's start to check out some of them. Let's start off with core movements for your abdominals. This is really going to tag the whole length of your core from lower abs up, but you can play with it, get some angles on it to help target different regions as you go. So let's just start off with the basic straight out. You're on your knees, keep your feet on the ground, and roll straight out as far as you can and back up. Now you might only start off being able to go this far and then back up. When you come back, exhale, squeeze the core. That's really what's going to accentuate the movement for your abdominals, is that exhale on the way back. So as you get better, you can go out further and further. Now, the beauty of having two separate wheels and where this starts to get fun is you can do Y forms. This is going to tag your lats and your shoulders as well. So when you're going straight, you got a little more tricep in it. When you go out to the sides, you get more back and lats into it. Really cool to be able to change the angle. It's all about angles when you're trying to get different cuts in the muscle. You got to work all the angles, and the more directions you can work with your body, the more all-around strength you'll have, the better rounded strength, and really range of motion strength. So, you can go out to the sides, and you can even turn it into a chest fly by going out into a T form. Now, again, it's playing with how low you can go. You might not be able to go all the way down to the ground initially, but play with the distance. You can even keep your butt up in the air when you're doing these T's until you get stronger, and then you can start to work the butt down and start doing the T's lower and go all the way down and squeeze back up. So you can play with that whole range of motion from straight out to the sides and then all the way to T, and work not only your core, but triceps, lats, and pectorals, all by changing the direction that your hands go. So really cool. Now, you can also go out to one side, crunch back. You'll notice that my obliques squeeze more on the one side that I'm leaning towards. That is a fantastic movement. And again, working an angle on the abdominals that helps you get more cuts in the abs, a better rounded strength in the muscles. So straight to the sides, back straight. Great way, mix it up, really get rounded strength and definition in the core with simple movements that can be done alternatingly throughout your workout. Really neat. Now, you can start to do some more chest movements, and all these chest movements are going to involve the core at the same time as well. But we're going to start only doing one arm at a time. So, down, let the one arm go out, push up, and bring it back in. Down. Now you'll notice that this arm still has to stabilize, and it takes a lot of strength and core focus, keeping yourself balanced over your arms to keep this arm in place. It is a really special kind of movement exercise that is created by having an unstable surface or a surface that can roll. So it takes a lot to keep everything in line. And then you can go to the other side. Notice, keep your butt in line, keep your back in line, everything in a straight line from the top of your head to the heels of your toes when you're doing these type of plank movements. And you can do them from your knees as well. There's no need, if you're running out of strength or if you're just not that strong yet, it's totally fine to drop to the knees and do them right here. It is great isolation of one pectoral to have the arm go out to the side and push up, bringing the other arm in just for support as it comes up. This is the first steps into one-handed push-ups and really isolating the muscles on one side. Again, being on the roller with one hand takes a lot of balance. You can also do it with one hand flat. So you're just working on your one-handed push-up. This arm on the roller is just there for support. It's coming up only as you need it. But you can see how that really isolates the one pectoral, the one tricep. It does a lot of good for building the stability that will work your way into one-handed push-ups or just more strength on one side. So really cool movements that you can do there as well. So one more movement that you can do with this ab wheel is you're just going to hold on to one and you can literally do kind of a upside down Russian twist. Twists are amazing and they're often disregarded. You don't see them all the time in gyms. It's not a very common movement to see, but it is one of the 7 basic body movements. So to be able to do a twist and work your core with these wheels is pretty neat. So from your knees, you can go to one side, back to the other side, one side, other side. Now, this takes a lot more engagement, as you can hear it in my voice, than you might think. The movement's smaller, you're not getting as low, but you really have to squeeze to be able to hold yourself at an angle with this wheel. It wants to glide, so you got to control it with your core strength and your balance. You can start off with your knees a little spread, and then one side, other side, one side, other side. You'll be amazed. It doesn't just engage the core, but also into your pectorals and your shoulders and your lats as well. So it's a neat movement to be able to twist and have the gravity be your resistance in this movement, just like it is in a push-up. Having that twist in there is a very unique way to work the twist. As you get better, spread the knees out further from you. Really nice way to work it. So another way you can play with the core with these and get a really nice shoulder stretch in is to flop around on your backside and roll them out backwards. Now this is a great way to stretch those shoulders. It feels good, but it can be really intense. You can make it as deep of a stretch as you can. Don't push it to a point where it hurts. You got to be able to relax when you're going into a stretch. So the rollers make it easy just because they glide back really nice, and you can put whatever pressure you feel like you can be comfortable with and is safe for your muscles in this movement. But then you can sit up out of it, back, sit up out of it, do little crunches when your abs are all the way burnt out. This is a fun way to just continue to do little crunches and stretch the shoulders out at the same time. Now another look at push-ups with these. You don't have to roll with them. You can just use them as an unstable surface. So from a plank position, you're on the rollers and you're just straight down and up. And you'll notice, see, I have to engage. I have to keep my lats tight. I have to keep my triceps in close to keep these stabilized. So it takes a lot of core strength, keeping yourself nice and straight and balanced, but also the lats holding it in, the pectorals holding it in as you go through your push-ups. Turn them, and you've got deep push-ups this way as well. Again, I'm having to stabilize. My delts have to keep them in line so that they're not sinking way out in front of me. Really great way to build all the stabilizers in your muscles that will be the supporting muscles for when you're doing more stabilized things like bench presses or normal push-ups. You'll find yourself getting much stronger once you've had to stabilize on something like these rollers. So let's take a quick look at how you can kind of mix and match things up here. They are really easy to adjust from one movement to the next, so you can keep working. You don't have to stop, and you can get a really incredible upper body and core workout in a small amount of time just by moving from one movement to the next with these ab wheels. So you can start off doing some straight abs out, throw some Ys in, go to sides, do a couple of obliques each direction, do some push-ups, one-handed, drop to the knees, do some flies, come back up to the toes, do some deep push-ups, close grip, turn it around, do some wide grips, lose one, and do some twists. So as you can see, one movement to the next, you can get a really great workout in, tagging a lot of different muscles in a very short amount of time. The ab wheels are dynamic movements that really allow you to build stabilizers, build the core strength. I mean, that's what it is. It's a giant stabilizer of the body. So when you can build the core strength and learn how to distribute a load during push-ups, during the straight rollouts, that's what's going to give you real strength and power in daily life, in performance on the field, on the track, whatever it is that you do. This will build the stabilizers, the core strength that'll let you do it better. That's the fun of the ab wheels. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you again.